Hi, hello my dear students. Welcome to my video lecture class. Right, up to now we discuss few problems about average speed and average velocity, note points about distance and displacement, note points about speed and velocity, problems based upon some graph, whether that problems are practically possible or not. These all we discussed in previous lectures. Now, today I would like to discuss a new topic. So we are taking this motion in a straight line. For example, if your body is projected vertically upward, if your body is projected vertically downward, otherwise if your body moves on a straight road, it will satisfy some equations. Listen friends, if you take any body, the body will be travels on a straight road, otherwise body will thrown upward or body thrown downwards. It will satisfy some equations. Those equations are called, in kinematics, those equations are called equations of motion. So today we need to discuss equations of motion. Equations of motion. So how many equations of motion we had? When these equations of motion are valid, so what are the equations of motion? These are all the things we discuss. First one, we had 4 equations of motion. 4 equations of motion. 1. V is equal to U plus AT. 2. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. 3. V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. 4. Sn is equal to U plus A into N minus 1 by 2. N minus 1 by 2. So these are the 4 equations of motion. So these 4 equations are called equations of motion. V is equal to U plus AT. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. Sn is equal to U plus A into N minus 1 by 2. So these are the 4 equations of motion. When these equations are valid, first question is when these equations are valid. If any body moves on a straight line, it is moving with constant acceleration. If a body moves with constant acceleration, moves with constant acceleration or uniform acceleration, constant acceleration or uniform acceleration. If any body moves with constant acceleration or uniform acceleration, then that body will satisfy these 4 equations, right? So uniform acceleration, then the body satisfies these 4 equations. So that body must satisfy these 4 equations, right? So now we observe first one, second one, third one, fourth one. Here we observe some parameters are there. V, U, A, T. So first of all, U means what? Initial velocity. The name itself, initial means starting velocity. V means final velocity. A means acceleration. Next, T means time. T means here time. So one more parameter, V, U, A. S is there. S means distance traveled by body, distance traveled by body, distance traveled by body. And one more thing, SN, SN means distance traveled by body in nth second, nth second, distance traveled by body, distance traveled by a body, in nth second, nth second, distance traveled by body in nth second is called SN here. So here u is equal to initial velocity. Initial velocity means starting velocity. V is equal to final velocity. A is equal to acceleration. T is equal to time. S is equal to distance traveled by body. Sn is equal to distance traveled by nth second. For example, if your body moves on a road, another example, body means here we take car. Car moves on a road. It travels 5 seconds. That means what is the distance traveled by car in 5th second? By applying this equation we got so distance traveled by body in 1st second, 2nd second, 3rd second, 4th second, any second we are finding easily by applying this formula. This formula is distance traveled by body in total 5 seconds. Total 5 seconds means we apply this formula. Distance traveled by body in total 5 seconds means we take this formula. Distance traveled by body in 5th second means we take this formula. So this is the difference between this S and Sn. Okay. Distance traveled by body in total time means S. Distance traveled by body in particular second means Sn. That is the difference. So now we need to discuss derivation for this each and every equation. So we had 4 equations now. So we'll discuss each and every equation derivation, right? And one more thing, please recapitulate what we discussed in the first step, first initial starting lecture. So we discuss these all equations are only valid. Body moves in uniform accelerated motion. That means constant acceleration. Body moves in constant acceleration only. These 4 equations are valid. This sentence is very important. Body moves in constant acceleration. Then only these 4 equations are satisfied. Otherwise, these 4 equations are not valid. If any body moves in non-uniform accelerated motion, that means throughout motion, acceleration is not constant. At that time, these 4 equations are not valid, right? So this is very important. So well, right, we discussed the derivation for each and every one. So now start from first equation. What is first equation here? V is equal to u plus at. We derive first this one. How to derive this one? Observe carefully. Derivation for equations of motion. Derivation. First equation. What is first equation here? V is equal to u plus at. How we got this equation? For example, let us consider acceleration. Acceleration formula. Change in velocity by change in time. Change in velocity by change in time. Change in velocity by change in time is a formula for acceleration. Acceleration A is equal to change in velocity. Change in velocity means we had 2 velocities here. First one is initial velocity. For example, let us consider a body here. So this body is traveled on the road. So here the starting velocity for this body is u. After some time t, it reaches this position. At this position, final velocity is v. Let us consider a body that is traveled on the road. This body having initial velocity is u. After some time t seconds, it travels certain distance s distance with a final velocity v. Because initially it start with initial velocity some u. After some time it attains certain velocity. For example, car starts from 0 meter per second. After some times it attains velocity is 10 meter per second. That means here attained velocity is called here final velocity. Change in velocity means v minus u by change in time means at this case body starts from rest, I consider, that means t is equal to 0, and after t seconds it attains velocity is final velocity is v. That means change in time means t minus 0. Final velocity minus initial velocity by final time minus initial time. That means v minus u by t is equal to a. From this equation, simple thing friends here, how to derive first equation here, just we take acceleration formula. Acceleration is equal to change in velocity by time. If you take that formula, you got first equation derivation. Va is equal to v minus u by t here. From this, a into t, at is equal to v minus u. That means v is equal to this minus u move this side. We got u plus at. So this is derivation for first equation. V is equal to u plus at. Friends, here if any body starts from rest, listen carefully students, if any body starts from rest, that means you should take time t is equal to 0. This is very important. If any body starts from rest, then you take time is equal to 0, because it starts from rest. That means it is not in motion. Beginning step, that means time covered is 0 seconds. If any body starts from rest means you should take time is equal to 0. That is very important. Time is equal to 0. After some time t seconds, it travel distance is s and it attains velocity is v. If you take car is initially traveled with some 30 kilometers per hour speed. After some time like 5 minutes, it attains velocity is, that means there is no slopes, there is no rush, or that means there is no crowd on the road. At that time the car speed will be attains more. At the time it is increases to 70 kilometers per hour. That means there is final velocity. Initial velocity is here 10 kilometers per hour, that is u. It attains velocity is 70 kilometers per hour, that is final velocity is v. It traveled, it takes some time, that time is equal to 5 minutes, that is t is equal to 5 minutes here. So this is a very important thing here. So if any body starts from rest, you should take time t is equal to 0. That's why we apply here acceleration is equal to change in velocity by change in time. Change in velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity by time t minus 0. From this we got here final velocity v is equal to u plus at. This is very important. If like this formula, that means I already told initial step, if any body moves with constant acceleration, uniform acceleration, then only this equation is valid. For example, how the question is given, let us consider a bus. That bus is traveled on the road. It is traveling with, so let us consider one problem here. I consider one problem. How the problems are asked based upon their this equation. Simple. Travel on the road. It starts with initial velocity. It starts with velocity 50 kilometers per hour, with acceleration 5 meter per second square. 5 meter per second square in time 1 hour. In time 1 hour. Then what is final velocity attained by final velocity attained by bus. Final velocity attained by bus. This is the problem. So observe carefully. Bus is traveled on the road. It starts with velocity 50 kilometers per hour. Initially starts with velocity means initial velocity. Body starts with velocity 50 kilometers per hour speed. With acceleration is 5 meter per second square in time 1 hour. What is the final velocity attained by bus? First of all, what is given data here? Given data. Given data. Acceleration is 5 meter per second square. Here body is moves with constant acceleration. Whenever in question itself mention constant acceleration, if you take equations of motion, then that body will satisfy equations of motion. This is very important. So here acceleration is 5 meter per second square. Initial velocity, because it starts with velocity means initial velocity. Initial velocity is 50 kilometers per hour. We know that 1 kilometer per hour is given. How to convert into meter per second? 1 kilometer means 1000 meters. 1 hour means 3600 seconds. So here we got 2 5s to 18s. Then we got here 5 by 18 meter per second. That means 1 kilometer per hour is equal to 5 by 18 meter per second. 5 by 18 meter per second here. That means the initial velocity is equal to here 150 kilometers per second. That kilometer per hour 50 into 1 kilometers per hour is equal to 5 by 18. 5 by 18 meter per second. So 5 by 18 meter per second. This is we got here. So for the simple calculation purpose, I am taking here some 454. We got simple calculation here. 54. Starting velocity is 54. Then we take here some 54. Then how many times it will be? 18 threes. We got 3 into 5. 15 meter per second. So here acceleration is 5 meter per second square. Initial velocity we got 15 meter per second. So in time t is equal to what given? 1 hour. 1 hour is equal to 60 seconds. 1 hour is equal to 60 seconds. What we need to find here? What is final velocity? Final velocity means v value we need to find. U is given, A is given, T is given. V value we need to find. Then which equation we need to use? First equation. Observe here, V is equal to U plus AT. In this equation we have 4 parameters. If any 3 parameters is given, it is easy to find another parameter. That means here U is given, A is given, T is given. Then V is easy to find or not? So from equations of motion, first equation, V is equal to U plus AT. Very simple, friends. First observe given data. Based upon given data we choose formula. So here from the given data, U value is given, A value is given, T value is given. What we need to find here? V value we need to find. That means which equation is we are taking here? These all parameters is consist in only first equation. That's why we should take here first equation. V is equal to U plus AT here. So from this V is equal to U value is 15 meter per second plus acceleration is 5 into time is 60 seconds, because all are converted into MK system of unit, right? 15 plus here 5 6 30 300. That means we got 300 plus 15 315 meter per second. Final velocity is here 315 meter per second. Initial velocity it is move with 15 meter per second. This is very important. If bus is traveled, initial velocity is 15 meter per second, acceleration is 5 meter per second square, time is 60 seconds, then final velocity we got is 315 meter per second. So bus will attain 315 meter per second after time 1 hour. That means initially it starts with 15 meter per second. After 1 hour it attains velocity is 315 meter per second. This is one example problem for the first equation of motion. What is first equation of motion? V is equal to U plus AT. here in this equation, any three parameters is given. It is easy to find fourth parameter, because here three values, here four parameters are there: final velocity, initial velocity, acceleration, time. If any three values are given, so another unknown parameter is easy to find from this equation. So like this, given data is given, v, u, a, t values are given. So when we apply first equation, and one more thing, this is most important, I discussed it here up to now 3 to 4 times. If body moves with constant acceleration or uniform accelerated motion, then only it satisfies equations of motion. This is very important. Otherwise body does not satisfy equations of motion. This is very important, ma'am. I hope you all are understood this lecture, and we discuss other three equations in further lectures. Thank you.